Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Um, and welcome back to me stating facts. So today, this is going to be a little bit of a short one because originally I had an idea that I was going to go with ranking the KK Slider songs from Animal Crossing. Turns out the research is more extensive than I thought, and there is almost 3 hours plus worth of songs. So yeah, I'm gonna spend more time researching that because that's a lot of there's a lot of songs that I have to listen to, and I only got through like an hour of them. Plus I was wasting a lot of time just making my own tier list because I couldn't find it on one site, but then I looked on another and then I realized that there was some. But whatever, I'm going to keep that idea on because I like that idea and I will rate it soon, most likely in the next video. But this replacement tier list is gonna revolve around the Tetris blocks. I know, it's pretty dumb, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at what is the best and what is the worst. So, you want to jump into it? Yeah, sure, let's go. So right here, we have the yellow block, which is infamous. The red block, the T spinning block, the T block. We also got the green block, which is the reverse version of the red block. The almighty teal turquoise block. Then we got the blue block, and we got the orange block. So, and you know what? I kind of hate the style of like how the orange and red and yellow are like all like grids, but like the last four are like actual Tetris. So I'm gonna just say that is terrible design to this tier list maker, but I don't care anymore. So I would like to start with the yellow block, and now the problem with the yellow block is it's too big. It's a heckin' chonker, guy. So I actually do want to add a row below it and name that the stupid tier. And we're gonna put the yellow block there because it's so big, so annoying, and can cause a lot of inconveniences if you do not have a flat surface, which just creates more problems and will most likely create more gaps if you don't have the flat 2 blocks. And it's just gonna cause it's just a nuisance to have to handle. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid pick right there to have it in the stupid tier. I think there's no doubt about that. We're gonna go on to the red blocks. So the red block's interesting because like it's very hit or miss with like when it pops up, because it could easily help you and finish your line easily, because you might have like a little gap that has it's a 1 block space gap. So, and it helps a lot, but in my opinion it doesn't help me as much as its counterpart. So I'm gonna put it at B, only because it's not as helpful as I would hope it could be, because like it just like it's always the counterpart that I'd rather need instead of the red one. So I'm gonna put it in B. It's an inconvenience as well, but it's not as inconvenient as the yellow block, so I'm gonna keep it there. Next we got the orange block. Orange block I don't get enough of when playing Tetris. So there's moments where you'll have or you'll need the orange block, and when those moments come up, it seems like the orange block is not there. Like, it will pop up at the worst times and will just ultimately screw you over when it does pop up, because it takes 3 blocks or 2 block spaces. So really, like, it's almost similar to the yellow block, but just a little bit better because you can fit it into 1 block spaces. But nonetheless, it's still really like annoying to deal with. So I'm gonna put it at most likely. I don't know if I think it deserves C or if it B. You know what? I think I'm gonna put it at C only because I am really annoyed with it sometimes. It's C for consistent. You know, it has to be that it needs more consistency. So I would like it, but because it's so like inconvenient whenever I get it, I'd rather I just think it's too much to handle when it does drop. All right, frame change. Now we're gonna go to the T block. Now before I started getting more into like the competitive side of Tetris, I always thought the T block was very hard to manage. Like the yellow block we have in Stupid Tier, but I actually started to like it more because of the whole T-spin stuff, and it opens up more possibilities because you can have those T-spin moments. So what I want to do is put it most likely at A or S, but I'm not too sure right now. I have to, you know what, I'm gonna put it at the bottom. I'm gonna put it at S tier just because it's super helpful to have on you at all times. So I think that's a good spot to put it in. Now we're gonna move on to the green block. Now the green block is way better than the red block in my opinion, or from when I've used it, and I have no idea why, because it's always come clutch for me, and I've always never had a problem managing the green block. I've always had more problems managing the red block instead, but the green block just helps me a lot more with my lines. So I think it's a pretty good and solid block, to be honest. I have no issues with it compared to that red, so I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's just way better in my opinion. Now this is the homie. This is the OG, and back when you're a little kid, you always wanted this block. You would always have this like 4 block line, like just ready for it to be cleared because of this block. And this block is such a homie because you can just like stuff it in a 1 block or 4 blocks. And no, you wouldn't really use the 4 blocks because it's like kind of useless, but you know, it has a lot of possibilities where you can play with it and you know, even use other blocks to like make a staircase with it, and then have blocks be able to stack inside of that staircase. So to me, I think the blue block or the turquoise block is gonna go in S tier. I think it deserves that spot because it's just so easy to play with and so easy to just manage compared to the yellow block, because the yellow block takes way too much space and can't fit in 1 part gaps, while yes, the teal turquoise block can take a lot of space, but can also really manage to help you in a lot of different situations where you might need it. So I think it deserves that spot in my opinion. I think it's really good there. And now we move on to the blue block. Now the blue block is kind of mid for me. I've never really had too much of a problem with it, but sometimes it does screw me over. And I think, honestly, it deserves... It's just, I feel like the way I play... it revolves around needing more stuff on the right side, to be honest, of the screen. I don't know why I play like that. I should play way better, but that's how it is for me. But I think it deserves high B. Ooh, what the fuck? I don't know what I did. I think it deserves high B tier, and only because of its sheer consistency is it up there. Because like honestly, like, it's super consistent compared to the orange block, and can help you in so many different situations. Um, at least in my experience, that's happened. But this is a fact, just so you know. These aren't debatable at all. But yeah, I think this is a pretty solid tier list, in my opinion. Um, so if you guys disagree, always remember to comment below. I do not care what you say because these are facts, but I would still love to argue with all of you. But yeah, this was really fun. A little fun makeshift one that I had to do on the fly because the KK Slider songs were a lot to deal with. But this was still fun because I do play a lot of Tetris in my spare time, so this does help me talk about that part of my life. But yeah, and I'm a little knowledgeable with the blocks and how they works and the systems that you have in Tetris. So this was pretty fun. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did, I'm glad you stuck all the way through this dumbass video. But remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. And KK Slider tier list tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next Tuesday. But yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.